going. Or maybe we're
I
not.
was trying to go in live while you're like flipping your hands back and forth. That would have been better.
I can flip. Never mind.
Keep flipping.
Awesome. So for our main topic tonight, we're joined by Tim out of New Brunswick. Tim's an avid IPSC shooter, and we were going to talk about shot timers, because there's a lot of, I guess there's a little bit of availability out there. A couple of different models, some old standbys that are way too expensive for what you get, and some new stuff that's looking pretty hot. So maybe just to start, actually, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself. What kind of shooting you get into? Are you a grandmaster yet?
No,
not schooling Ben Stoger, but
I'm just there for fun.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. I don't know. Shoot IPSC. It was like the thing I wanted to get into with guns. Only got into guns in like 2019. Jumped deep into the IPSC right away. And I've done, I don't know, shot all over New Brunswick because we're spread out, little clubs everywhere. Shot nationals last year, Nova Scotia. YRO did, actually. Got paid to shoot, which was nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, that's the way to go. And I'm a little bit jealous of New Brunswick because you guys have so many IPSC matches across the province. For the population you have a lot of IPSC.
Yeah. We just released our schedule the other day, and it's like tons of matches that I wish I could go to them all, but I got 2 little kids, so it's hard to get to all of them now. And they're all like, okay, thinking about it. It's not. I would do it, but my wife would. She'd find the guns, and then.
Yeah, there's a line. There's a line. You have to like get close to it, but never cross it. The number of matches you do per month.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe just to kind of get into the timers. So, what are some of the timers that you would see at most IPSC matches that are kind of like been around forever?
Yeah, around here it's the yellow bricks for sure. Like, I think 90% of the time that's what we're using. Nova Scotia uses the AMG Lab ones, which I think are the best ones right now you can buy. I'm trying to get our IPSC NB to buy them, actually, buy like 2 per club. We got to get into the Bluetooth with Practice Corps. You got to get into Bluetooth timers for sure.
What's the Bluetooth do for you that you don't get out of the yellow brick?
Well, so I think it was in Atlantics in Nova Scotia where I was first using them, and I was running the score, like the practice score, and a guy called the time backwards. And it would have like gave the guy a different score, obviously. So, but the Bluetooth already had it in the tablet, so like we just corrected it because he made like a human error, right? And I think it saved Buddy some milliseconds, which is sometimes it's important,
yeah.
And then that's just for matches, like training. He could go so fast, and even steel shoots. Like I was doing steel shoots by myself, like range officer doing the tablet and the thing, because it just populates the score every time, and you can just rip right through it.
Cool. Yeah,
like
that's always
5 strings.
That's always a challenge, trying to run the timer and the tablet and score when you're running on like a small squad.
Yeah, today. I mean, you really gotta have Bluetooth. Plus, if you're training, it makes it so much faster. Like I don't know if you've seen the Practice Score like log, I think it's called. It's like a $20 app, but it makes it so easy to train, to put in your drill, and it populates the time. Like it takes all the.
Is that the competitor app? Because I've got that, but I haven't heard of the Practice Score log.
No, the competitor is the one you look up scores. The log is like a literal training one, and you can do like videos with it, and yeah, there's a lot of like features and stuff, but it's like $20. And like, I mean, there's apps for some of these timers now, like the Pocket Pro, whatever, the Bluetooth Pro timer Bluetooth one.
Yep.
That has an app. So you can, I mean, there's free apps, but they only work with that timer, right? Where log works with all of them.
Yeah, I think I saw MDT came out with a timer. We talked about it briefly last week, but it has its own app. I didn't even see Practice Score mentioned on their page. It must be Practice Score compliant, though, right?
If it's not now, that's what he's doing. He's got because he's that guy who does it is from Ontario, I think, like the Practice Score app. So he must be working on that. Like he'd have to,
Yeah,
because that's
after we talked about it last week, I got the app, and I don't see anything for uploading times or anything. It's actually a pretty interesting app, and different. You can actually set up stages in it and build your own stages. It's actually a pretty cool app, and a couple different things for training.
But that would be for like that's for self training, right?
Yeah.
For matches, it has to connect just directly to Practice Score and punch the times in there.
I think he would have to change his app, like the Practice Score guy. But I mean, how hard would it be? You just got to get the data somehow, and then I'm sure that'll happen very soon. That timer's not that old, I don't think. The MDT one, like very recent.
No, brand spanking new.
Yeah.
But it's a couple things I saw on it that I liked on that one. Water resistant because you're always shooting in the rain, and wireless charging. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things in today's timer. You got to have Bluetooth. I think if you're gonna buy one, like you're gonna spend over $200, you got to buy Bluetooth. Waterproof is big if you're gonna use it for matches, and rechargeable batteries is like why are you paying for 9-volt batteries every month?
Yeah, our 3-gun club uses the CED 7000s. They're like really small. The buttons and the display on them are quite small, but you can cram them all into a match box, like one of those sealable Pelican case kind of things, right? And we've got those, the tablets, the chargers, all that kind of jazz just jammed in there. But and they use rechargeable batteries. We get 5 years of use out of them. We use them monthly, and we use them in the cold too. And about after about 5 years, the battery is worn down to a point where you're looking to change them out. They don't last quite the match. Some of them.
Yeah, you can just buy the batteries for that though.
Fast Toys has them. They're like $10 or $15. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Really reasonable.
I don't know because I have like the Special Pi one. I don't know if I can change the battery on this. There's screws on the back, but I don't know yet. When it dies, it dies.
What kind of chargers does that one have on it? Micro USB? USB-C?
Yeah. No micro.
No micro?
No, it is micro.
Oh, it is micro.
Yeah.
The old one.
Yep.
Going out, but yeah, still a lot of stuff running on it.
A couple of years, maybe they're going to update it. Because actually, like Boss Components has their version of this, which is like, I don't know why, but it's covered in their logo and stuff. It's pretty ridiculous looking, actually. And I don't know if they're going to start taking over that or what the story is, but they have a branded version. Boss Components from Australia. You can ship it here for under $200, so pretty good price. That one's waterproof and rechargeable. The weird part about these ones is it has a stop button. So
I guess that's okay. So you finish the course of fire, you hit stop so that it doesn't pick up any more shots from the range next door or whatever. Okay, I don't mind that idea.
That could be handy, yeah. It
is because like an IPSC, once you say like if you're finished unload show clear, like the next line, if you start it, it's over. So that's when I hit stop, and then if something happens, then he's disqualified the shooter, right? So it doesn't pick up that shot, or it doesn't pick up the neighbor's shot, which it usually it doesn't anyway.
If they're set up right, but we've had them where it picks up like rack in the slide.
Yeah,
or the round comes through the air and hits the timer. Something hits it and it causes it, right? Or knocks it against your chest, or
there's the guys that like put it over their shoulder, behind their back, or whatever, and they hit it on their belt going by, and it adds a shot. Like just fluky things can happen. So I like that feature, but if you're used to the regular timers where you don't stop them, like you have to learn it, which is kind of tough for some people. The older crowd,
So you mentioned that the Special Pi is water resistant?
It is, yeah. I don't know what rating is, but
I wonder how many of them aren't water, because the CD 7000s aren't water resistant. It starts raining and we got to put them in baggies because they get water into the screen and the electronics. And
I don't think the AMG one is because it doesn't say it. But like one of the days in Nationals, like it was raining, and I don't remember ever having problems. So it might be a little bit. I don't know. It worked. They work the best. They don't seem to have any problems. Like pretty flawless. That's what I would suggest buying for clubs and stuff. Practicing yourself where you have time and it's not a big deal. I like this, the one I bought for like 200 compared to like 250 for this AMG one.
Yeah, it gets expensive. I think I picked up one of these packed ones because it was cheap and I was doing like a Brownells order. It's huge though. Like it's so absolutely monstrous. But I love how simple it is. Go. Hit the big button. Okay, it's ready. Okay, hit go again. Well, it's gonna say 3 seconds and there it goes. Yeah. And that's really all there is to it.
Well, same thing with me. I run the old Pocket Pro 2. Same thing, nice big one.
So big. They're too big. Those two are too big.
It clips nicely for by yourself. It's awesome because it just clips on your pocket. You can reach down, hit the button, and
look down at your junk. See how you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, so one of the other Bluetooth ones is that Range Tech one that's so cheap, but I don't think you could use that in a match because there's no screen on it. So it's like I don't know how.
Was it like RF or Bluetooth? So
Bluetooth, yeah. And they work with the Practice Score, but not having a screen seems like a major flaw for like matches, right?
But they're $79.
I don't think we can buy them. Like I even sent a message or an email, and he never got back to me about buying them in Canada. Because when you can't buy them on the like it wasn't coming up that I could get them in Canada for me anyway. But I know it's $80. Even getting it here, you're paying 120 maybe. It'd be great for training. Like if you're gonna go to the range yourself, like so easy. And it would work with that Practice Score log one. So like your drills that you want to do would be.
Is this the timer right here? That's hurting.
It's like 3D printed.
Wow. That is definitely budget.
Yeah, it looks hardcore, but like someone drilled these holes like by themselves. But it's cheap.
Yeah.
Is it water resistant? No,
I'm
way.
thinking not.
It's not going to be water resistant. Huh?
But I mean, if you're going to train, like cheap is good, right?
Yeah. And it does work with your phone, so.
It's kind of nice that like the videos they show with the phone sideways, it's a big display. Like you could set that on a bench somewhere, but
throw it on a tripod just off in front to the side.
Ooh, yeah.
No one would ever shoot a cell phone though, would they?
No. I'm thinking shots training fired. By yourself training.
I've shot a phone.
Haven't shot a phone. Had a buddy shoot his own chronograph, but
haven't shot a chronograph yet. But I have shot my phone. It was a long way away.
Shooting the chronograph seems like something that could happen pretty easy.
Yeah. Probably cheaper than shooting the phone too. So what other kind of features are you looking at, or what other kind of timers are out that are interesting? So Kyle has that Pocket Pro 2. There's a new version that has Bluetooth, so that it can connect directly with Practice Score. I don't think that CD 7000 can. They have an RF version that connects to a big timer, but it doesn't connect with Practice Score for whatever reason.
Yeah. Actually, I don't even think the Pocket Pro 2 is discontinued for these Pro timers, they're called, and one's Bluetooth and one's not. Yeah. But the it's like $260 for the Pro timer. It's pretty expensive, but you're buying one. I mean, you are just buying one, but I don't think it's the 9-volt battery. There is an app for that one. So
you said $260, so twice as much as the Pocket Pro 2 for the addition of Bluetooth.
Oh, they've got more expensive now. So whatever you paid for that timer, 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago, whenever you got it, they're all way more expensive now.
Yeah, it had to have been probably at least 6 years ago, and I think I paid 120, 130 bucks for it.
$130 for this, but they're not that price anymore. They've
No.
been going up.
I don't even know what the non-Bluetooth one is going for, because I can't. It's like suggest to buy that, even if it was like $50 cheaper. It's like $50 one time.
I think the one that's the most insulting is probably the yellow brick, because it's such a piece of shit. Like
Yeah.
it looks like such a piece of shit, and it's $140.
Whoa.
And it's just a piece of it's a piece of plastic with probably like the oldest design, the oldest components. They're just still making money on that. Now you want to get another yellow brick to match your other 6 yellow bricks? Buy
My
another one.
biggest complaint with the yellow brick is not being able to adjust the volume on the speaker. It's just deafening high pitch
Deafening.
sound 100% of the time.
Yes.
There's no pros to that timer. Like, I hate having to hold it, because, like, if you're ROing a couple guys and you get your open guy shows up and he takes like 10 minutes after you think he's going to start,
And you're holding
like,
and you're
you just like my hands cramping up, and see, some people let it go too early. It's just a stupid design. It should just be a click, like one boop.
So just to
And
clarify for our listeners, with that one, it's you hold it, and then when you let go, that's when it beeps.
Yeah, no option for delay or anything.
And it's like sucks in the weather. Like, I emailed that guy years ago, and he said he has no plans to put Bluetooth in either. So it's like your timer's gonna die. But I don't know why someone would buy that. 2023.
Just to match, if they have a fleet of other yellow bricks, that's what they're doing. They're just matching the other 5 or 6 of them that they have in their bin, and they need one spare or whatever. But yeah, I agree. It's probably time to move on.
Yeah.
The CD like 7000s, like the AMG seems like an upgrade of that timer. Like they're similar design, and like it seems like the next step, where I don't know if CDD's gonna come out with Bluetooth version or what, but
I don't know if what their plans are for their compact models. I don't actually mind the size. It can be a little bit hard with gloves on to try to like press to start it up. You have to press 2 buttons at the same time, and they're really small. So I don't really like that about the CED 7000s. To set like a par timer and that kind of thing, you have to touch these tiny little buttons, menu, go down to par, set your custom par on it. But it is doable. It's so small. I wouldn't mind just something a little bit bigger. And I think that AMG one is just a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to use because the buttons are bigger, right?
yeah, I use it for like days and days in Nova Scotia. It's really easy. The AMG one. I've used the CD one. It was fine too. I mean, it's a basic timer. I'm just using it matches, so I don't really get in depth. It was somebody else's we were using for the match, so. But simple. I mean, they're all simple. They're all just, but it's really prices and features are the difference.
Yeah, I don't get a lot out of like the custom delay. I don't really care about that. I don't care if it's instant or if it's a 3-second. I can work with either of those. Having a par is nice, and an easy to set par is nice, because some matches you need that par in there so you can kick a super slow shooter off the stage. I'm not sure about other features. USB charging. If they've got a USB charge, that's nice, because you can, in your Matchbox, you can get one of those big like 10 USB gang chargers, and then just have like a million cords in there and just charge everything up before the match or the night before or whatever. Makes that bit of admin really easy.
You sent that picture of that charging thing. Like that's, I mean, my club has like a lot. They have like 5 tablets and 5 timers or more, right? And I'd love them to get something like that, and just plug in one little cord and keep it warm all the time. And like that's the way to go for sure. Recharging.
Yeah, if I can let me see if I can share screen. That guy right there. So these
Yeah,
are all
that's-
these are just those Amazon Fire 7s, the cheap one. And we've never had one die yet. We've had these things for 6 years maybe. Yeah, they're fine. And if you put these big bad cases on them, you can stack them right on top of each other like this.
Nice.
No padding in between.
Oh yeah, and those are what are they
50
like?
bucks.
Yeah, $50 per.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
We started buying those too, and for running practice score, they're awesome.
It's all that they need to be used for. And then sync up so we got one colored differently. That's our master. The other ones are the stage tablets that go around. After the match, everything gets synced up to the master. So all the stage copies stay the same. Timers are all charging. Tablets can all charge. And it's all just in one big mess. But
Nice.
sure makes it easy to charge and get going for the day. Cool. Anything else to look forward to, or any other shot timers you're interested in seeing or trying out?
Well, that MDT one that came out, I mean, that it's got everything that you want, but why is it $400 or $360 or whatever?
Has everything you want.
Yeah.
I mean, so does the Chinese one I have. So it's like double the price. I don't get it.
Well, I haven't seen one of those special pie ones before. Can you show us that and kind of walk
Yeah.
us through it? Yeah, because those are pretty cheap, right?
Yeah, if you buy them from Boss Components, I think it's just under $200 because it's Australian money.
Mhm.
And I think I paid like $220 for this before, like 2 years ago or whatever. It's hard to get the glare off, but there's nothing. I mean, it's a huge green button to go. It's gonna be loud,
Whoa.
and then it's it's flashing red for the stop. There's nothing like. It works good. I don't know. I've used it in matches. Comes up. It's hard to see.
Please tell me you have a yellow brick there to compare the loudness to.
I don't, but you can change the. I don't know how to get the.
Change volume on it.
Yeah, there is a way to do that, but I don't know.
That is a must, because when you're dry firing,
Yeah.
you don't need it super loud.
I use phone apps for dry firing. Like I've
Well,
got this
those work
pack,
too.
which is nice, but the phone app can be dialed down.
Yeah.
Well, so that MDT app has a timer in it.
Yep.
So
I got
you
playing
can-
with it, and you got to be in a super silent room for it to pick up the trigger press.
Yeah, I was
But,
doing dry
like,
fire
just-
right beside it. It wouldn't work very far away, but
Yeah.
it supposedly it uses AI. I don't know what that means exactly, but it's. I mean, I would try that if you had a phone app. Like,
Yeah,
they're
I've
getting
done that.
$400. Yeah, $400 a timer. They should have a good app, right?
Hmm.
But I think you can adjust the beep volume on this.
I just had that. There's like an IPSC shot timer app, and that's the one I was using for this kind of nonsense, just like dry firing at home. And it's got an adjustable beep. You can adjust it for live or dry fire, like adjust the sensitivity on the microphone so it'll pick up different things. But it's basic and
Yeah.
it's free.
Well, that MDT one, like Kyle was saying, you can set your drills or whatever, and it's actually kind of a robust app without the timer. Like if you don't have a timer, I would suggest using that. Just try it out. I haven't got a chance to try it, but
Yeah, I got looking through, and they have preset stages. You can build your own little practice stages, walk through them like 3D, almost like what we do with SketchUp.
Mhm.
Right, it built into the app. Like, it doesn't have the target library that we usually set up on SketchUp, but for a training thing, it's actually it helps you out with setting up your little practice stage and whatnot, and whatever drill you might want to do.
Richard is saying that the special pie is on Amazon for $190 Canadian.
that might be the non-Bluetooth one because there is two models. It might
Yeah.
be the non-Bluetooth one.
Yeah, might be. Yeah, and he also mentioned just put a patch over the speaker on the yellow brick.
It's still loud.
Yeah.
It needs a wad of patches.
Yeah,
Put the whole roll on there.
You definitely can adjust the beep on these special time ones. It's so quiet now. I'm sure it's hard to hear over the microphone, but
Well, I think you want it like pretty loud because I was ROing a match last weekend. No, 2 weekends ago, and someone was replaying their match footage behind just as I was getting ready to gas the shooter up, and I heard the beep. I'm like, "That's not mine." I had to like yell it out because it sounded like it was right there, and he was like, it looked like he was gonna go. So yeah, it's I like
He was doing video work during the match.
Another competitor was behind who was watching a video at the
All
match,
right.
and the beep came up as I was just getting ready to get the guy going.
One downside to electronic muffs.
Well, yeah, because if you had the earplugs in, it would be easy to tell like what was right next to you or far away. Yeah.
I've had them kill the beat before. Like I was just standing there and Buddy didn't know what to do, but I mean, just restart me. But it killed the whole beat in my like electronic ear pro. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Too loud.
I don't know what it did, but yeah, it must. I think it was a yellow brick, so maybe it was too loud.
Yeah.
Causing hearing damage. Cool.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts from anyone on shot timers? Any questions from Tim? You said those AMG ones are pretty good. They're out of the States though, and they're always sold out. Are they sold out right now?
They always say back ordered, 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know what. I really don't know how long it would take, but yeah. I was pricing them for the like IPSC and Brunswick to give out 2 per club, and we have like 8 or 9 clubs, and you do get like a free one every so many and stuff. Like it gives you a good price. So, but if I was buying another one, I'd probably still get this. I'd get the Boss Components one because it's cheaper and it does have Bluetooth. I just double checked. It does everything. It's waterproof. I don't think the AMG ones are, but we didn't have a problem. Rechargeable. It's just that stop button, which I like, but you'd have to train everyone. Like every RO would need to be told, and it's just I've done it. It's annoying. If you could switch them all out, it'd be great. But.
Well, I think it's fine. If you're finished unload and show clear, they start racking their slide and unloading. Okay, I'm going to hit the stop. And then slide forward, hammer down, holster. No, you do it after they holster it? When you hit the stop?
After the first command, because IPSC, if some shot happens, then they're disqualified anyway, right? So I don't want any more sounds after that on the timer. After the first command, if you're finished on load show clear,
yeah.
If clear, that means if they do another thing, then it's goodbye.
Yeah.
Enjoy your blizzard.
We all do it. It happens to everyone at some point. Cool. Any other questions, comments from anyone else here?
Oh, get a shot timer. They are invaluable to have even in training.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think one thing that when people get guns, they don't know how good or not good they are. Maybe they have guns for a long time. They just assume that they're good. Getting a shot timer and then timing yourself on like a standard course of fire, like El Presidente or something like that, and then seeing where you stand up against everyone else is eye-opening. It tells you how much work you've got to do. So shot timer is part of that. Getting evidence and getting some facts on where your shooting prowess is and how far you need to go.
I would actually suggest try the apps on your phone, maybe if you could find some, especially the MDT one. Seems like it's pretty good. I wish I could try it, before today, but
cool.
Definitely.
This Boss Components one is Australian and they ship to Canada. Interesting.
Yep, and I think where dollar is a little bit better. So it's like $190. Well, tax included with the shipping is like $200, almost right even, and it looks ridiculous, which is nice.
Yeah, it's got a look to it. Awesome. Well, we'll share that with our listeners. Tim, do you have anything to shout out before we let you go?
No, I don't
Any recommendations for our listeners?
Well, I would buy that one myself, and I'm going to suggest to IPSC to buy the AMG ones because they're a little bit more simple. I've seen them work really well. So
Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on and bringing all this research and cracking open the knowledge for us for shot timers. And maybe we'll see you on the range.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Awesome. Okay. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
Bye, Tim.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all of them.
I like the what would you call that pattern on that
Mm-hmm.
on that timer?
Yeah. Cool. All right. Welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 502. Today is April 12th, 2023. I am one of your hosts, Kyle.
I'm another host, Mo.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Adriel. I don't even think she missed her time. I don't
Hello?
think you missed your prompt. I think it's just your internet's a bit slow.
No, I know. My internet. Slow, choppy. Takes about 15 minutes to catch up.
We can tell.
Now that you're caught up, why don't you tell us what you did in guns this week?
I did. What did I do in the guns this week? We had a She Shoots podcast last night. It was awesome. If you have not gone and downloaded the episode, go and do it, because we had Chloe Gagnon on, and she is a mental performance consultant for the Shooting Federation of Canada, and she had some really great tips on how you can improve your own mental performance so you don't have to be an elite athlete. But she does work with our elite athletes, those that are looking at the Olympics and the Worlds and all of those competitions. But she also works with people who are, just everyday shooters, or even just everyday people too. So I think we were figuring it would be about an hour long, and that's typically what our podcasts are, but it was an hour and a half, just because we started talking about so much, and it was really great information, a lot of great feedback on it as well. So go and have a listen of that, or you can go to the YouTube channel for Lady Guns or for QSIF, and it's on there too. The other thing that I've been doing is I've been communicating a lot with different ranges. So I'm setting up even more Maple Seed events that are going to be happening. Watch for those on our Maple Seed Rifleman page. Been chatting with the ladies about the 2024 Gunny Girl call out. It's going to be happening soon. Maybe I shouldn't have talked about that. It's out of the bag. Maybe I can retract that, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. We'll say you can.
That might be happening soon, or maybe not. I don't know. And just checking in to make sure that our friend Tracy Wilson is doing well. She's doing well. So the court case is happening. Obviously, we've been posting updates on our various social media platforms about that, so people can keep up to date. And what else have I been doing? I was thinking that I have a range trip this weekend that I have to do because I volunteered to actually do the orientation and mentor some new ROs as well. But it's not this weekend. It's the weekend after. So yay. Next, what else did I do? I don't know. I think that's about it. It's been 2 weeks since I've been on. I feel like I haven't done really anything. I've set up a range to go to the range with friends and introduce them to shooting. By the way, they're women.
Nice.
And I think that's
Good.
about it. Yeah, I think so. That's about it. And yeah. All right. So what about you, Adriel?
Let's see. Okay, so I hit the range on Sunday, one of them days. There, I shot my Grand and the BCL Bison. It's not Gen 2, but it might as well be Gen 2 because they upgraded like 3 things on it. They changed out the ejectors. The ejectors are now double ejectors, and it flips the cases out of there with some authority. Firing pin now has a little shim behind it, so it puts more. It like preloads the firing pin more, so it gives more oomph, so it strikes them out properly. And they swapped the barrel, so it's more accurate. So it's better, just better in every way. It's those were my primary complaints, the reliability, and with those fixes in it, They were fixed. I had a couple of like missed feeds where like the round like nosedive, but I think that's just standard with a bolt action 223 because I had that with the Ruger American as well. And the accuracy was a lot better. It was like an inch at 100, so much more better. This weekend I'll be volunteering at the Chaz Ladies Day. If you come out to that, I will be on the shotgun range. Yes, I'll be on the shotgun range in the beautiful 15-degree weather.
Nice.
And then I think I'm going to have the WK-181 in my hands. That one that's got 8,000 rounds through it, and it's like running through its courses. And you might have seen the posts on Reddit and that kind of thing. I might have that in my hands for the weekend after, and that weekend I'm going to have a 3-gun match at Sherwood Park. So if I have that in my hands, I'm going to just fight with you guys over control here. I'm going to take it to the match. I'm going to take that thing to the match. So I got a chest rig because they're 5-round mags. I need like a lot of storage, and they're the AK mags too, so I can't use my standard belt stuff. So I'm going to take a chest rig, as many mags as I need, which is probably going to be all of them. And I'm going to try shooting that at that match. Since I'm going to be running that, I'm going to run, I don't know, like my crappiest shotgun. I've got a Pardis back there somewhere. So my Pardis semi-automatic shotgun I'll run. And I just got a text saying that this would be okay to run for the match. My Tokarev. So now I have a couple different Tokarevs up over here. I have the Type 54 that's got like the longer mags, but I don't have enough mags. I only have like 2 of the short mags, 2 of the slightly longer mags. So I'm going to take the short one because it'll fit the short mags. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but they will also take the longer mags just fine as well. So I'm going to run those. This Tokarev that I have here is just a little bit nicer on the trigger pull. Oh, how am I going to... I guess I'll decock. I've never even thought about holstering a Tokarev. There's no safety on it. I guess I'll decock. Pull it up. Because you need the extra round. Like, I'm going to need the extra round every time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be... Can I decock? Yeah, I'll decock it. I'll just pull it out and hit the hammer there. I was trying to think if I had... Do I have enough ammo for that thing? And I was like, oh, yeah, I got all this... I got all this red box that I had, and then I forgot that I actually bought from a buddy of mine here a crap ton of the military surplus stuff that I'm pretty sure this is submachine gun ammo. Should I shoot this or should I shoot the red box? Probably the red box, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks fine. Some of it looks fine. Some of it looks kind of a little dirty, a little rough.
A quick little polish.
Polish. I'm going to put it in the mag and I'm going to shoot it. Russ is asking if the Enfield is done yet. Nope. No, it's not done. I still have to do that. I got up to a whole pile of stuff over the last weekend here. So yeah, it's been very slow on the Enfield. I actually made another channel because I've been doing too many things that aren't gear or like hunting or firearms related. So I made an alt channel for my other nonsense like batteries and camping crap. So I've been posting over there, just putting that stuff over there. So I'm not crudding up my main channel with that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I think that's it. So this weekend I'll be at Chaz. I'll be at the Ladies' Day, and I got a bunch of maple seeds that we've got set up, and yeah, I'm promoting that. So I posted on Reddit and whatnot about the maple seeds, and on Discord, and I'll talk about it here as well. So be no shortage of me talking about maple seed.
No.
Mo, what about you?
On Sunday, I went to that private land. I was invited back to go shoot with some friends, and we did some rimfire precision practice. we shot out to 300 this time, which was really nice. So we were set up at
Ooh.
250, and then we moved back to 300. And I was playing with. I bought the Kestrel a little while ago, but I just started kind of getting used to using it and stuff, and it was pretty neat to like input the, obviously input the distance and see what it comes up with, and it was pretty spot on. So that was cool, and the weather was warm, so the Voodoo shot perfectly. It's definitely a 3-season gun, as I like to say. And then because I have a match this coming weekend in Ontario, Palmerston, Ontario. It's one of the Northern Rimfire Series matches. So I got to do some practice we brought a barrel and stuff. So I was kind of like running a stage, and we had targets at different distances and stuff. So I got to practice that too. So it was good. It was a nice, really, we were out there for hours. I actually ended up, it was pretty sunny. I ended up burning the top of my head, but it was like totally fun, to play with the Kestrel and get some practice in. I registered for the EOSC level 3 match, which is going to be near the end of July. And it's pretty cool because for Eastern Ontario to have a level 3 is a pretty big deal, because there hasn't, I don't think it's been many years since there's been one in this area. Most of the level 3s are like closer to Toronto and stuff, like, within an hour and a half and stuff. So this is going to be a pretty big match. There's already over 210 people registered. And so if anybody's like look in that area that's an IPSC shooter, wants to shoot, definitely like register. There's still spots available for the Thursday. I think there's like one spot left for Friday. The weekend's all full already. And like it's gonna be a great match, I have no doubt. And then I also registered for my first US match. So I'm gonna be going to Vermont in May. And that's going to be a rimfire match as well. So the first time I'm actually, first time out of the to go into the US to shoot. So then part of that is I applied for my, I sent in the Form 6. So we'll see how long that takes. I was told some people get it within the week or two. Some take a little bit longer than that. So, I filled it all out best I can. And
what all did you put on there?
I just put the one rifle and stuff, so like I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but we'll see.
You're not going to bring a backup rifle?
What's that?
You're not going to bring a backup rifle?
No. I'm
just poking fun.
Or some pistols to shoot a USPSA match?
Well, that would be something. No. I'm not. I don't think I'm ready for the handgun thing across the border yet. So, but we'll see. What else did I do? Yeah, so I filled out the form. Hopefully, I get it back soon, and that's it. I have some more gadgets that I bought that I'll show off like in like future shows and stuff. So that's it. How about you, Kyle?
Yeah. Seems like I actually did a fair bit this past week. Did a range day on Saturday. A buddy came out with me, so it ended up being more of a plinking session than a training session, but still got some training in. Pretty much pulled out most of my pistols, my modern varmint and shotgun, so that he could try him out. He's new to shooting, so it was a good day. I need to really practice my concealed draws though, because I started playing around practicing that because I have to carry unloaded, and the first one was brutal. I pulled out the shot timer, of course, and I think it was 3.7 seconds to my first shot on the first draw from concealed, and to load the mag and rack. It was, yeah, did that a few times, and I was able to get it down to 2 controlled shots in 3.5 seconds. So just spend some time dry fire, and I'll be able to knock that time down a bit.
You have some nice baggy bowling shirts?
I bought some like button down short sleeve shirts, because all my t-shirts, it was actually leads into another thing I bought to help with the conceal, because the grip of the gun still kind of sticks out a little bit. I'm not quite satisfied on, yeah, it prints. So I ordered some, well, it's the wedge sizing kit from Tier 1 Concealment. And what it does is it's like a foam wedge that goes on your holster to basically push your muzzle out from your body and push the grip into your body. So I think that was $17, and so that hopefully get that within the next week. And I'll be able to get my appendix carry all sorted out. But all in all, it was a fun range day on Saturday. I did pick up a couple Canik mags, and holy cow, they might as well be STI mags for how much they're costing now. Because the mags you get in Canada, they're not riveted, they are actually pinned. Like they're, well, not pinned, sorry, they're crimped mags. So this mag with just the oversized base pad it costs like $45 US, and then without the base pad was like $35 US. So I was rather surprised in their 18 round mags. So
Pricey.
yeah, especially for a pistol that to your door was like $900 Canadian. So, but I went to Roswell Friday to pick up my new gun bench, which is basically a roller tool chest. And actually that was kind of a blessing, because I was going to go to Harbor Freight here in town because they had one. It was $400. And I went there because the website showed it in stock. Got there and it wasn't in stock, and realized it was only 18 inches deep. So me got online to see if I could find someplace that had something like that in stock for the price range I was looking. And Home Depot in Roswell had this one, same width, but 24.5 inches deep. Includes a power bar. You can't really see it, but it's built-in power bar with USB in the side. And it was an extra $100. So
Also comes with a free probing as well.
It's in Roswell.
Roswell, New
Yeah,
Mexico.
yeah.
Alien probe. Get it?
I get it, but I wasn't doing any probing while I was there, and I am an alien, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
But with that, I stopped at a gun store, Zia Gunworks. There's a couple in Roswell, but that's the one I stopped at. Was actually really, really nice shop, lots of selection, and so I bought some parts to build up the lower that I picked up at Superstitions. So, of course, I got the D60 in there, unneutered.
Wow.
But so I picked up Ergo Grip and lower parts kit, the anti-walk pins for my trigger. I got the oversized mag release lower parts kit, everything. But I think I'm gonna get a new oversized mag release, because I thought I was gonna go silver for accents, but the black just looks so much better. So,
Yeah, we're going whatever.
so I got the Timney DH3 trigger in there, Timney 49er safety. I pulled, this stuff was on my Modern Sporter, but I pulled it off and put it in here because it just works better in here. Put Calvin Elite and a Radiant safety I had sitting here back on the Modern Sporter. So that's getting close to being ready. Just need to get the upper and other stuffs. What else? Oh, I got some stuff come in from USPSA. Little sticker pack and a patch without Velcro. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Was it like a sew-on?
Yeah, it's a sew-on. It's not a Velcro patch, and a nice little postcard. So,
Do they still do the magazine?
yep, I'm supposed to get it at some point because I signed up for it in print. So,
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, but yeah, setting up the gun room, stream room. I'll get in the drawers filled in slowly, but I'll set up for an overhead some later time. But yeah, I'm gonna miss a USPSA match here this weekend because I got already committed to a side-by-side trip where we're gonna go check out a cave and whatnot. So, but yeah, that's it for me.
Sounds cool.
And with that, we'll get into the upcoming events. And maple seeds all over are getting populated. I know Adriel's busy populating in Alberta. I imagine Ontario's getting more and more events going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
People have been asking, Kelly. The
I
people
know.
who demand events
know.
in Southern Ontario.
People have been demanding events all across Ontario, Canada, and we have been
And beyond.
and beyond.
And beyond.
Yeah, just like
Maple seed on the moon.
Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond.
And as matches come out, Adriel's been adding them to 3gun.ca. So if you're into 3gun, you can go do that. And I'm sure your local IPSC is starting to get stuff out as well. Chaz's Battle of Alberta charity 3-gun match registration opens on Saturday, April 15th at 5 p.m. and the match is June 10th to 11th. And I can attest that is a great match and it will fill up fast. So get on there and yeah. Kevin Ward, Nova Scotia.
I think he's talking about Maple Seed.
Yeah.
I know that they've reached out to AMA. And they're looking for other ranges too. So Kevin, if you know of other ranges, we've reached out to several ranges and just haven't had any bites. So if you want to send me an email at info@mapleseedrifleman.com, I can forward the information of the range or the contact to the person that's organizing the events in Atlantic Canada. So we're setting up events in Prince Edward Island. Those are set up in New Brunswick. And yeah, it's gonna be a great year, it looks like.
Awesome.
Yep.
We'll get on to the news. And there's one here. Adriel, did you add this one? The hundreds of charges laid and 173 guns were seized in a firearm trafficking operation. 42 people arrested and 442 criminal charges laid.
And if you watch that press release, whoo! I don't know who that guy is, but I like him because he was saying that a lot of stuff that we already know. Hey, these guns are coming from the U.S. We know that this is our issue. The like 66 of the 83 handguns that they had were in from the U.S. and it's a smuggling issue. And he said the only reason why this worked wasn't because of legislation. It was because of collaboration between us and the U.S. and like the law enforcement agencies. And that's what allowed them to catch so many people. Because the other, like they seized 173 guns, which is like not all that much in the grand scheme of things. But they charged 42 people and they laid 442 criminal charges. So
yeah.
They'll probably be out on bail and they'll probably get like 2 years and be out a year later with good behavior. But the police bit actually worked there.
Yeah, well, that's good. It is unfortunate that they will be probably out so soon, but saw one where they had a bunch of suitcases opened up and they just had pistols wrapped up like Christmas presents in the suitcases.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. One. Yeah. I mean, these 173 guns, that's just what they found. Like for 42 people bringing guns in, like they probably have brought thousands in. That haven't been caught. But they were able to catch them and charge them all. And I think that's like a lot of us have already been saying, the court case right now for the CCFR is in session. And one of the things that Rod mentioned was that they A-tipped how often references get called. And it's 10% of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 90% of the time, the references don't get called. So, like, the cops are too busy, like, doing, like, bullshit. I got to call in and so, I'm going to transfer a gun to this person, and I need a permission slip for that. When they should be calling, hey, we got a new person who wants to buy guns. let's make sure that they know 2 people in this life that will vouch for them, because the real psychos can't get 2 people to vouch for them. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, it's a misallocation of resources. So for something like this, you see, like, yeah, they didn't need any extra laws. They could just need, do some hard work and charge some people, and wham bam, thank you, ma'am, they're done, right? They dismantled this large gun smuggling ring.
That's
I'm just
awesome.
going through the list of names, seeing if there's any former clients.
They all look like newbies. There are like a lot of 18, 19, 20-year-olds in there. Yeah,
There's
some
some other
older
ones.
people, but
Yeah.
yeah. You might know some of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clients.
Lots of people.
As
Customers.
as Adriel mentioned, the CCFR court case is in session. It started yesterday. I've been watching that myself, and seemed like it got off to a slow start, but it's definitely picking up, like towards the end of yesterday and then today. Definitely some good points being made. And I mean, seems like it should be cut and dry, but we'll see how the judge is. That's actually one thing. I thought we had Gagne as a judge, but we have Kane. So I don't know.
No, Kevin mentions that his references weren't called.
I know mine were.
You were sketchy. They were like, I don't know about
No.
this Cal guy. We got to make those calls.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've heard. I've heard them say, yeah, we only call like based on a priority basis, and but it sounds like if they're busy or not. If they're busy, they just don't make the calls.
Yeah, they just
That's
push
what
them
priority. Yeah, priority sounds like. Man, if we could be bothered, I guess we'll call.
So for the court, going back to court cases, I have been updating, as I said, on our social media, the daily recap. So if you're looking, if you haven't had a chance to watch it, go to our social media pages and click on the link, and you can get the updates play by play.
Yeah, and Tracy's been tweeting it out and staying on top of that.
Correct. So,
Richard saying the judge used on case management cannot be the one at trial. This was mentioned by Tracy yesterday. So okay.
Thank you, Richard.
And
So the court case is in session.
Yep.
They're going to go through their arguments, blah, blah, blah. They're going to be done next week. And it's going to be like a month? The judge is probably going to take a while before they...
yeah.
Oh, the judges will take longer than a month.
Yeah.
It'll be a while.
Yeah.
But
she
Go
knows
ahead.
nothing about guns. She's asking lots of questions, and it seems like she's actually trying to understand, which is good.
Just going to ponder afterwards.
Yeah.
Sit and ponder.
it looks like there is a lot of government lawyers. I think 3 rows deep is what Tracy was saying. And then on the other side, it's, the CCFR lawyers and a couple of other lawyers for the other cases and Alberta lawyers. And it's like David and Goliath, she said.
Yeah.
Those tax dollars pay for a lot of lawyers.
Those tax dollars
Yeah.
are paying for all those lawyers. Good for us.
Yeah. All
Well,
to
depending
say
on-
nothing.
Depending on where the case goes, like the precedent could be far-reaching or it could be nothing. So
Correct.
Yeah.
we'll have to see.
Yeah.
next
Speaking of
page.
lawyers,
Speaking of lawyers,
yeah, a lawyer for some of the families. Well, some of the families. I think it's actually most of the families, or the Nova Scotia mass shooting, says that gun bans won't prevent similar tragedies. And then Polly is getting all up in arms about that.
Mhm.
I mean, I think I was on Discord there complaining about how they said some families when it was most, because I don't know if it is this tinfoil hat to think that they're trying to downplay, like this is the lawyer for the majority of the families.
Mhm.
So like to say some people would be like, oh, well, some CBC editors think that the earth is round, and you'd be like, whoa, what the hell, right? Saying the lawyer for some families when it's most is odd,
Mhm.
because most is like most families don't actually agree with this. They think that this is some bullshit, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
They did say it in the article, but I don't really like this sum in the title. I think it's just
The way it's
It
worded.
kind of diminishes it a little bit. Yeah.
Mhm.
at least they
It's-
covered it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because previously the recommendations were to ban semi-automatic firearms and handguns.
Mhm.
Lawyers are stating that it's not going to be helpful, and the families know that, and we also know that it wasn't about the families too. Wasn't about the families. They wouldn't have done a lot of the things that were. I'm just, sorry.
Yeah, when you read this statement from him, I'm just going to read from Michael Scott.
Thank you.
Yeah. While we're making those symbolic gestures and banning this rifle or that pistol or this magazine, what we're not doing is having a serious conversation about how these sorts of weapons are getting into the hands of actual criminals, says Michael Scott, who represents most of the families. It's a distraction. It's the distraction issue that I think everyone should be concerned with. And at some point, we have to demand more than symbolic gestures. And I think that is really cutting to the heart of the Trudeau government. And I think it's I don't know. You see, like with this one and with some of the other cases that are happening right now, it's kind of coming to a head, isn't it?
Yeah. There was also another article, and I'm not poo-pooing on the RCMP or anything like that, but they were saying the most recent article was based on how the RCMP just did not handle the situation well. But we knew that already.
Yeah.
We knew that, and like I think the report was probably a bit better in terms of like being specific and how that could be fixed.
Yeah,
they were saying like in the depot model, and here's some like clear things that the RCMP could be doing, but and then also ban all guns.
Yeah.
And then also ban all the guns.
Yeah,
And for the hell of it, just do it anyways.
Yeah. Just the Liberal government says that would stop these things.
That's the answer.
That's what we're going to recommend too. Yeah.
So yeah, I just have no faith in some of this stuff. It wasn't about the families at all.
Oh no, never.
No.
Never.
No.
Well, if you watch the live stream, they sure tried to make that case off the hop, because boy, it was very focused on the families, but it was more like a placating than it was like we're actually going to solve this and making sure that this is less likely to happen in the future. That was not really what was in there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So let's go on to the 320s blowing up and all the Siberians.
320s and Siberians.
Yeah. Yeah, the SIG
320s.
320s are blowing up, and not in the good way.
I guess that is a euphemism for good. Yeah, they're like cracking the grip part of it. They're like blowing up, and are they blowing up out of battery or like overloads? I'm not sure, but they're there's more than a few. One of the threads I was looking at, they said they had 3 blow up at a USPSA match.
What?
There must be a bad batch of plastic or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I wonder if these are the same ones that, the bad batch of plastic are the same ones the Canadian military are going to get. Just wondering.
Well, are we getting Colt Canada made ones?
I don't know where it's coming from.
Did you know what the government just did yesterday? I didn't put it in the news because I didn't think about it. But the Canadian government just announced that they're going to give a bunch of assault weapons to the Ukrainians. Their M4s.
We're also
from
over
Colt
there
Canada.
training them as well. Go ahead.
Yeah.
They're M4s from Colt Canada. So like
Yeah.
they're getting Colt Canada to it's this Ukrainian war. Like I agree that it's probably a good thing just to like bankrupt Russia and deplete all their best goodies. But boy, has it ever been just a complete cash transfer to the military industrial complex. Like in every country, Canada is like pouring money into the military industrial complex. The US, oh baby,
Always.
oh, they probably get like a stiffy from thinking about all the money and all the
what? Sorry.
Oh baby, those lobbyists are gonna get me back for this.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Weird how we're supporting giving guns to another country but taking ours. I don't know how that really works.
Yeah.
I don't mind the first part. I just don't like the second part. I don't mind the fact that
No.
we're giving the Ukrainians a bunch of
Yeah.
guns because it's a proxy war that's going to work for us. But
It depends
Yeah.
later. I'm just saying.
we never know what'll happen. But
Mhm.
it is a good way of taking the piss out of Russia without sending any of our people over to die.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a horrible way of looking at it, but
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah,
horrible
there was-
person, so you know.
So we're sending a lot of guns. We are sending over our military personnel to train them as well. However, they're not getting paid for being over there because they have to go and eat out in restaurants, but they're not getting compensated.
Oh.
This is also the stuff that I read.
Hmm.
I'm being very negative tonight. Negative Nelly.
These guys get a
Negative Kelly.
free European trip, and you're complaining that they got to pay for their own restaurants, Kelly? Come on.
They get
They got to go to Europe for free? Come on. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
And there's positive Adriel.
Always positive, Adriel.
Contrarian, just contrarian. Yeah.
And not on a positive note, more Siberians are blowing up and they're finding new ways to blow up now.
In new ways. Yeah.
so
Yeah,
Gas
they're blowing
block.
up their gas blocks.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Wonder how they're going to redesign that gas block.
Maybe they should just stop.
I think it's all materials. Like it's material and finish and
If you're not good at something, you should just give up at some point. Like just give up.
Well, that's not the perseverance attitude. Try again until you
Yeah, but
get it.
the 102 Mark 7. We'll get it this time. But the buys, like they did fix the buys, and I think that the two ejectors that they put on was overkill and was a design that was very unnecessary. But it solved that ejection problem in a huge way. Two ejectors get that case the fuck out of that action real quick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
Yeah.
the semi-autos, the teething problems. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
The
yeah.
buyer beware.
Yep.
very aware. Yeah.
Hey, did you guys hear about the shooting that was out in front of one of the institutions here in Kingston last week?
Nope.
Guy got released. Guy got released, and he was like let out the front door and then shot immediately by four guys in a Honda Civic that then fled to the 401. Yeah, that's ballsy. But
Yeah.
what we're doing is so now we're looking at active killer defense as part of our training for corrections. You think?
Are they gonna let
That's
you
right.
shoot at a car full of
I'm going,
targets?
right?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm going, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Not this is awesome, but I'm going, maybe I just want to tell you about
That'd be
it.
cool.
Hey, you're
So
getting
you
some
get to
training.
go
Cool.
through training then?
Go and do training. I said, yeah. What?
You get to go through some training then?
No.
Oh.
No.
No.
Are you
But
going on
I'm t-
strike? Are you going? No, you can't go on strike, right?
Absolutely can go on strike.
Oh, okay.
155,000. Maybe we shouldn't talk about this.
No.
You might be having some short-term vacation coming up.
No. I've been deemed essential by the government, and I have to report. However, there is 155,000 public servants that now are legally able to strike because we don't
What are
have
the
a
useless
contract.
ones though? So it doesn't matter. Like you've
No,
got
we
you've got a job that's useful that you can't go on strike. Yeah, all those other 150 they can go on strike. It'll save
So
us money.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a quote from Mulrooney. He's like, "I hope they do go on strike. It'll save us money." That was in the 90s.
Oh.
If you guys want your tax refunds, get them in now,
Don't pay taxes.
or don't pay taxes.
Win-win.
Yeah, it's true. So bam.
Okay. Hey, do you guys know that there's a court case going on?
Might have heard that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Use some more support for that. So while the court case is going on, CCFR still has bills racking up. So is
More than ever.
important. Yeah, more than ever. Gotta win this battle. So go onto the website, firearmsrights.ca, donate, renew your membership, all that good jazz, and help out with the fight. And new gun stuff. New gun stuff's brought to you by Bullseye North. Need a new boomstick? Bullseye North is Canada's shooting superstore and a proud supporter of the CCFR. With a wide selection of guns and top trending gear for any shooter, free shipping over $200 except for stuff like ammo, and you can subscribe to their weekly newsletter to get first access to the hottest deals.
And what I wanted to show from them is they've got some 410 shotguns on sale. So I want to show off those. Yeah.
Do they
Now
got
that you can
410
actually
ammo?
you can get
That's
the
even
ammo
better
in now.
question.
Yeah, the ammo is available.
Nice.
So now I'm going to show the guns. The first one they've got here is a Canuck over under 410, 26-inch barrel. Have you guys ever
Nice.
seen an over under 410?
Yep.
It's got to be lightweight.
That'd be nice for a
Small.
sub-gauge event.
Yeah. Nice and small. They've got the Mossberg SA 410. This is a semi-auto 410. Another thing I didn't know that I needed. They've got the Taiga Yukon 410 side-by-side. This is a very small folding side-by-side shotgun. 26-inch barrel, 410 side-by-side. That's going to be neat.
Yeah.
This is more my budget here. Charles Daly 410. It's a single shot wood stock, $162.
Wow.
Nice.
How many you buying?
Well, I have already the 20 gauge there and the 12 gauge version up there. I don't have the wood stock and I don't have the
You
410
need-
version.
You need you need the side.
Yeah.
My kids are big enough they can shoot the 20 gauge though.
Yeah, but the collection.
Yeah. Hello.
I don't collect. I buy and sell. I gotta move the merchandise. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
This should be like our new Wrangler. We'll all buy one. What do you think? Do they come in different colors?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, look at that. $136
There you go.
for the black stock one.
Ah. Black
No
is-
wood? You want
No,
the
you
wood
gotta
one?
go. You gotta go wood.
I think I
Yeah.
agree with you. I think I agree. Now
There's
I
certain
like
things that go black, and there's certain things that have to be wood. This is a wood one.
they have Charles Daly has a 14-inch barrel version of this, and it is the cute. It's so small and compact. I think I'd rather have that than the 26-inch barrel.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go and buy one. I need it for ladies' days.
Whoa, cricket. Oh, that looks like the same thing though. That's the same thing. Keystone
some
is
youth,
supporting
though.
this.
Yeah.
That's a Turk shotgun in and out. Look at the thing that this is all the same gun,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
but it is a youth, and it does have a smaller barrel on it, and they have free shipping over $200. I gotta see. Oh, they got the Stoger too, side by side, $600-700 for that one. What is this, Rossi Tuffy? Look at this weird thing. Break action shotgun with a Dragunov stock thumb hole kind of a thing going on. Oh, I don't know if I
my.
like the
Oh,
color,
Wow.
but woo, that's a little bit better for color. Charles Daly. There's the Cricket. What's this? What's a barrel length on this Cricket? 18.5. Oh, that's probably perfect.
Okay.
That is perfect. That would fold so that the barrel was just at the base of the buttstock. That's the perfect length for that thing. Okay, I'll stop looking at 410 shotgun.
Well, this week on Adriel Goes Shopping.
You can all shop with me. We'll
Yeah.
we'll see what we can get. Maybe we'll
Oh, it's fun.
matching ones. Yeah. The next one I have here, I have this labeled under what in tarnation. Keystone, for some reason, has decided that they need to do a precision model of their single shot.
Oh, wow.
It's so ugly. Oh my
Hey,
god.
hashtag chassis life. I don't know.
Wow.
But it's a single shot. Like you gotta like pull the thing to cock it. Like it's just to put it on a precision stock.
Wow.
Wow.
Seems like a
Weird.
lot. For our audio listeners, this thing has an AR buffer tube stock. It has an AR pistol grip, non-beaver tail, and it's got a little bit of pick rail under the forend, but otherwise, like, the barrel is completely free floated, and it's just so damn ugly. It's just the ugliest thing ever. Can you mount sights on those things? Can you put a scope on the top? It must be drilled and tapped.
You got to be able to.
But this stock is made for iron sights, and it has a peep.
Yeah. I'm sure that's drilled and tapped. You could put a weaver rail and put a scope
this stock. You can raise this.
I have to enlarge this.
Are you intrigued? You're interested?
I just. Yeah, well, it is. You got peep sights.
Yeah.
What in the hell is that?
It's a manually cocking single shot 22.
Yeah.
This does not belong. Actually, if you would have asked me like 10 years ago, does a 22 belong in a precision stock? I'd say, what are you smoking? But we're using them now. But like a single shot, I don't know the use case.
It says makes a great rifle or a pack gun. When folding stock adapter isn't like, really, come on. You're gonna put the folding stock on it?
That's the AR, the buffer tube folding.
Many styles of AR grip buttstock can be used to suit the shooter. Okay, whatever. Available in left-handed, right-handed. It's a single shot.
I mean, it's like $300 for a precision rifle.
It's only 4 pounds.
Anywho,
Looking at it.
I'm done with that.
Drilled and tapped for it is drilled and tapped for a scope mount. So...
Maple Seed Ultimate Challenge. Yes, Richard.
If anybody, Richard, if you bring it, I am so kicking you off the line.
If anybody actually patches with that, like, that's got to be a win for life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Actually,
I don't think that's
Richard,
possible.
Buy one and come and shoot one.
No, it's not.
Yeah. No.
Hey, that's all I got for new gun stuff this week.
Okay. Well, we'll get on to the main topic. And thank you, Tim, for coming on and telling us all about shot timers and informing us what is actually out there for the expanding world of shot timers. It's been a while since I've looked at them, so kind of interesting to hear about some different brands.
Sounds like the AMG or the Special Pi are the ones to go for these days.
Yeah.
So the Bluetooth version is $199 on Amazon.ca.
Okay.
Cool.
List it.
Prime shipping?
Of course. Hello.
Okay, you gotta check on that stuff.
Just hold on a second. Sorry, my dogs are fighting in the background, and I'm not really gonna tell them to shut up.
Cool. Well, we'll get into listener feedback. And Mo, you want to take the email?
Sure can. Good evening, ladies and gents. It's back to non-live Tony again, as I'm attending my first Steel Challenge at the BTSA. Maybe you should move the show to Tuesdays. For anyone curious, I will be competing. Don't think I am that good to call it that. I will be attending with my Keltec Sub 2000 plus Vortex Spark 2 in the PCC Optics division. Regarding the fake ammo stores site, I forgot if I commented on this matter before. Maybe YouTube has blocked it since it had an external link attached. I found this link on Reddit a while back when I have yet to find Slamfire Radio, the sponsors, and was very skeptical about online ordering anything from firearm related, as most firearm stores are local businesses, with the exception of Cabela's, I guess. The shared Google sheet contains trustworthy gun shops across Canada. Disclaimer, I have only used a few of the shops on the list, and I'm not sure if all the shops on the list are legitimate. This is a non-government official source, therefore it may be used for nefarious purposes by the editors, although I don't think that is the case. I think it's still a good reference to have if you're buying from some site you have never heard before. and then there's a link there. Back to Adriel's least favorite cable locks. This is how I've used it with my sub 2K, and he had an image. I know it doesn't fold anymore. As the Midwest Industries spinning mount is out of stock with the Calgary Shooting Center, I will report back when I get my hands on it. Best regards, Tony from Calgary, Alberta. He's a regular for us.
I mean, I guess you could lock a sub
That's-
2000 like that.
It's effective, yeah.
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 It'll stop it from shooting.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'd still just put a trigger lock on there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Checked YouTube. We didn't have any new YouTube comments. Facebook, we've been kind of keeping up. I saw one we didn't mention. I thought was actually kind of funny from Richard. He's saying you can almost see Kyle turning more American more and more with each episode. Quick, pull out a shorty shotgun or an SBR 22 long rifle quick, to bring him back.
I
Just-
don't think we'll bring him back after seeing his AR that he's building with his D60. Long gone, Richard. So sad.
Yeah, we've lost them. We've lost them.
SBRs are nice, but yeah, it's hard to give up standard capacity and guns for short barrels. But I think we mentioned last week we were gonna go over the Cabela stuff. Did you happen to compile a list there, Adriel?
No, I didn't. I forgot entirely. I'll do it next week.
We'll do it next week then. But that gives you time that you can go to our website, and off to the side there's a link to Cabela's. So if you're going to buy something, you can go click that link, and it won't cost you anything more, but we'll get a little bit of a kickback from whatever purchase you make online, and we'll read it out on the air and make fun of it, praise you, kind of figure out what you're planning on doing with it, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, we'd like to thank our supporters on Patreon and Utron. We're on both those platforms, so if you want to support us, you can go to either of those platforms and support us there. And if you want to send the show an email, you can send it to slamfireradio@gmail.com. And any shout-outs?
Nothing from my side. I guess shout out to Tristan for just confirming that I can bring the Tokrev out.
Nice.
With my
We need video.
4
of that.
magazines. I will make video.
Yeah.
I will not be scoring well. So I'll go fast and I'll shoot poorly. And this one's got the better trigger on it. Oh, I can't show it. We're on YouTube. But this one's got the better trigger. But it's still, the grip is terrible. And I'm going to run that subgun ammo. Full send. Spicy stuff.
Spicy.
Indeed.
Kelly, it looked like you were
Awesome.
trying to say something.
Yes. So, excuse me for my crappy internet. Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Greg Susie. He's doing some stuff for me, and I wanted to say thank you to him. Greg Susie is part of Sparta Pewter, but he is also one of our friends from the PRS world, so the Rimfire world. So he's sending me something, and I'm going to show you guys when I get it.
Nice.
He's a fine dude.
Yeah. He is a fine dude. Him and his boys.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Thanks, Richard, for posting that link. All right. That's
Cool.
it
Bo, you got anything?
for me.
No, nothing for me.
Oh. Shout out Carrie for coming out and shooting on Saturday. It was a good fun day.
Cool.
And with that, we're going to sign off. So go check us out on Gun Owners of Canada. Give us a like on Facebook. Watch us on YouTube and Utron. Join the CCFR, and we will see you guys next week.
Later.
Good night.
Night.